Lesson 15, Configuring Masters.
In this chapter, we'll discuss about masters configuration. In our previous chapter, we have discussed about the creation of various masters. Now we will discuss how you can configure those masters. That is, you can add some optional fields to them. You can generate print name automatically, or you can configure the list of masters that appear at the time of data entry. That is the drop-down list. So to configure master, we'll go to Administration Configuration Masters Configuration option. On clicking the master's configuration option, you can see a master's configuration screen is appearing, where first is master type. Here three options are appearing: item, account, material center. That means you can configure these three master types. Configuration for all these master type is totally similar, so we'll discuss the configuration of item master. We have selected the item option. Now the first option is of optional fields. Optional fields are your additional fields that we can add with the master, in which we can make certain input. The fields that are generalized or are used for every business type are asked in busy, but the fields that are business specific or that varies from business to business or person to person, those fields you can add yourself by using the optional fields option. You can specify a maximum of 10 optional fields. Busy does not allow more than 10 optional fields. You can see a message is appearing on the screen if we enter a number more than 10. So here we are configuring two optional fields. First optional field is brand, that is, we want to maintain the brand name or the company name of the item of our products. So here we have entered the name as brand. Next is type: text, numeric, date, or yes or no. That is, you want input in the form of text, numeric, data, or yes no. Here we are selecting the type as text. And then is maintain master database, yes or no. By specifying yes in the maintain master database option, you can enter data for this optional field only by selecting an input from the list. You cannot directly enter data into the field. For creating the list, you need to press the F3 key and create masters for the same. We'll discuss this at the time of item master creation. So by specifying yes in the maintain master database option, you can enter data only in the form of list. And secondly, you can also filter your reports on the basis of this particular optional field. Second optional field we are taking as category. We have given its name as category type text, and for this optional field we have specified no in the maintain master database. With this, you can enter data directly into this optional field, and you cannot filter report on the basis of this particular optional field. Next is print name, in which first option is generate print name automatically. That is, you want to generate print name for the item master automatically, yes or no. We are specifying yes in this data field. After specifying yes, next option is freeze auto generate print name. That is, you want to freeze the auto generated print name, which means the print name which Busy has created, you will not be able to change it. So you can specify yes or no in this data field. And then is number of components required. That is the number of components required for generating the print name. We have specified 2 in this data field. We can take maximum of 3 components. So first component we have selected as group name, and then you need to specify the characters that you want for that particular component. We are specifying 4 in the width field. And then is the delimiters. That is, you want any delimiter, a separator sign between this and the another component you will choose. So we have specified yes, and we have specified dash symbol as a delimiter sign. Next component we have selected as optional field 1. Again, its width is 4, and here no delimiter is required because this is the last component. So now when Busy will generate print name, then first 4 characters will be of group name, then a dash symbol, and then next 4 characters will be of the data you have entered in optional field 1. Next is master drop down list configuration. Here first option is elements to be shown in list. That is, in the list, the elements that are to be shown is you want to view only the name of the item, only the alias, or name and alias both. So here we are selecting name and alias option. Then is number of additional fields in drop down. That means in the drop down list of the master that appear at the time of data entry, that is in the transaction when you are selecting the item master, then in that list you want any other additional fields along with item name and alias. So here we are specifying 3 in the number of additional fields in drop down data field. And then we are selecting the first component as current stock. Its width we have specified at 10. Then second is item MRP, again 10 its width, and then is optional field 1. So now whenever the items list will appear in any of the transaction, along with its name or alias, it will show its current stock, item MRP, and optional field 1 value. Next is show additional information in bottom of list. That is, at the bottom of the list you want to view any other additional information apart from the components you have selected above. So you are specifying yes in this field and clicking the configure button. You can see by default sale price, sale discount, MRP and tax category, these fields are configured. That is along with the data we have just configured in the previous screen. These 4 details of the selected item will also appear at the bottom of the list. So at a glance you can have a look at many of the values of the item. Here you can add more fields also, but one point to note is that you can have maximum of 4 rows only. So you can either remove any row and select another field, or you can add any another field along with the existing field. Now you'll press Alt F4 key or fields available button to select other fields. So we have clicked the fields available button and I have selected the optional field 2 under the optional fields. This list is showing complete list of the data fields that are available with the item. And as we have selected the optional field 2 field, Busy has shown a message that your maximum 4 rows are allowed. So we are currently removing this field and keeping it to the default configuration. That is, we want to see only these 4 details at the bottom of the list. Click save button to save this configuration. Now again click the save button to save the master configuration. On clicking the save button, Busy has shown a message that it is necessary to run regenerate master help files after changing the additional information during master selection. So we'll click the yes button here and Busy will redirect to the regenerate master help files option. Click OK button to regenerate the master help files. So this is our master configuration. Now we will see how the fields that we have just configured, we can create them in masters or we can use them in transaction. So first of all, we'll go to the masters item add option, specify the name of the items, select the group of the item. On pressing the enter key on the group field, you can see an optional fields window is appearing in which first optional field is of brand. Here you cannot enter data directly, it's a blank list. List is appearing blank because we have not yet created any master for this particular optional field type. So we can create master from here itself by pressing the F3 key, specify the name of the brand or the company and click save button. Again we are creating one more master for this particular optional field by pressing F3 key, and we have created another brand name Samsung. We have created 2 masters, Samsung and Whirlpool, for the optional field 1 brand. Next, in the category optional field, we are entering data directly. You can see we have entered the double door as input directly because we have set its maintain master database to no. So this is the difference between setting the maintain master database to yes or no. Then in the group name field, you can see it's showing REFR, that is the first 4 characters of the group, then a dash symbol, and then the next 4 characters of the optional field 1 value. We have selected the Whirlpool there, so this print name has generated automatically. Now we are specifying the sales price, purchase price of the item, and click save button to save the item master. Next, we are entering a sales transaction. We'll go to transaction, sales, add options, specify the header related details of the voucher, that is party, material center, and then when we are selecting the item, a list is appearing just showing item name, alias, then is current stock. Item MRP currently is appearing as 0 because we have not specified item MRP in the item master, and then is your optional field 1 value. So here we'll select the item, press the Alt M key to modify the item master, and in the item master we are updating the item MRP. Now when we again come back to the voucher and open the list, you can see items MRP is also appearing. So at a single glance you can see a lot of information about the item. Now the item which is selected, its further details, sale price, sale discount, MRP, tax category is appearing at the bottom of the list. If you remember, we have configured the additional information to be displayed at the bottom of list under masters configuration. This is the same thing, it's showing additional information about the selected item. So components or the fields that we have configured in the masters configuration, we have seen that how we can use them in the masters and the transaction. Click save button to save the sales voucher. Now we'll be viewing our reports. We'll go to display, stock status, closing stock alphabetical, detailed. We are viewing this report for all items. In the report options, you can see first option is of filter on item optional field. Here two options are appearing, none and brand. That is, you do not want to filter on item optional field, and next is brand. Here only the optional field 1 is appearing, optional field 2 is not appearing. This is because for optional field 1 brand we have set maintain master database to yes, and for optional field 2 category we have set maintain master database to no. And we have mentioned that when you set the maintain master database to yes, then you can filter the reports on the basis of that particular optional field also. So here we are selecting the brand, then optional field value option gets activated. Here we are selecting the Whirlpool option. That is, we want to view report for the items belonging to Whirlpool brand. Here you can see on the screen Whirlpool's data is appearing. If you select the Samsung option, then items belonging to Samsung, that is the items in which optional field 1 is set to Samsung, will appear on the screen. So this is the benefit of setting maintain master database to yes. So this is all we have to discuss in this chapter. At the end of the chapter we have provided certain exercise. You can view the exercise on screen and attempt it. Hope after going through this chapter you would be able to easily set the master's configuration. Busy. Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.